Hello everybody, you have tuned in to Eric Jose on Making a Murderer on YouTube. I cover virtually any aspect of making a murderer. I go over the evidence, the documents, the photos. So if you like, stay tuned, and in the future I'll have many more videos besides the one you're about to see. Hey there everybody, here today just putting out a quick video. Basically I was going through those Manitowoc County Sheriff's dispatch calls, or calls to dispatch, and I was going through there and I was just looking to see if there's anything in there that caught my eye or anything, or my ear, I guess I should say. And there was one other thing in there that did catch my ear. And I don't know if you know much about, me, or, the type of things in this case that really stick out to me, but this is one of them. Any incidents where I see a display of, fear and or loathing, but fear and generally prejudice, I like to call attention to it. And this particular call that I'm about to play for you, I believe it exhibits both. Heavy on the prejudice, because there's prejudice from the person who called dispatch, who the dispatcher is talking about. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a minute. The dispatcher is talking to an officer and asks him a question about Stephen Avery, and then proceeds to talk about this person who called in asking about Stephen Avery. And it's quite interesting. That's all I can say, is it's quite interesting. And so I'm going to go ahead and play it for you here real quick. So this is going to be a real short video, of course. So
I have a question for you, assuming that you were out there. You may know a little bit of this or whatever. Is Stephen Avery is he supposed to stay up in Crivets under police surveillance, or is he allowed to come back down to the property?
I have no idea. Was there a question in reference to that?
Yeah, a neighbor called in. She was watching the 6 o'clock news, and Stephen Avery's brother, who lives on the corner there, I don't know who that is, she didn't know his first name, but he had Channel 26 News at his residence at around 4 p.m., and they did a live interview.
Okay.
And she swears Stephen Avery was in that picture.
Really?
She is scared to death. She's like, is he still under supervision? I said, honestly, I couldn't tell you. And she said they did an interview with him. She goes, I don't know if it was like broadcasted from up in Crivets and it just made it look like he was here. She goes, but I swear he was here. So I told her, I said, you need to call Channel 26 if you don't feel comfortable with, staying where you are. I said, call them and ask them where they did the interview, the broadcast from.
Before, what I would recommend you do is contact Greg Setter.
Okay.
And advise him of the telephone call.
Okay.
But it's my understanding he was supposed to stay up there until told
and
to return.
I mean, the last news broadcast I saw, he was under supervision, that, he wasn't taking a shit without anybody knowing about it.
Well,
okay.
I'm not sure exactly what's all going on with all that, but I would maybe give Greg a call and give him a heads up on a telephone call. And
I'll do that right now.
Let him make the decision.
Okay, Mike, thanks.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
okay, so you see what I'm talking about there with the prejudice. I mean, seriously. I mean, you hear that dispatcher, where the way she's talking about that woman that called in, and I mean, what she says that woman was saying. I mean, seriously, think about that for a second. Avery Salvage is crawling with law enforcement. I mean, there's an insane amount of law enforcement there. Does she think that even if Stephen Avery did go back to the Avery Salvage, at that point, that it wouldn't be a deterrent, the fact that there's 80 law enforcement officers there? I mean, what is she scared of exactly? Yeah, that's why I think this falls under prejudice. So I just want to point out that this scared citizen seems, it just seems very strange, but she could have just been a scared citizen or whatever calling in, but the thing that I find odd is that the dispatcher didn't just whatever, another person, calling, that needs to be calling Calumet or whatever, no, that call stuck with her. It stuck with her enough that she brought it up to an officer after he had called in and asked her some stuff. When he was about to hang up, she decided to ask him about this. That's how much it was in her head. Yeah, so I just wanted to point that out. I thought that was interesting. Then we move on to the dispatcher's statement. the dispatcher's comments. I mean, the things that she was saying I was just like unreal. Like the comment about, I was under the impression he wasn't even able to take a shit without us knowing about it. I mean, wow. That statement right there just really jumped out at me when I heard that. I was just like, really? Wow. So, I mean, there's some serious prejudice there. And this doesn't mean anything other than it goes to speak for how the way that the people in that area thought and felt about Stephen and his family. I mean, there was nothing to be afraid of. That is ridiculous, dude. That fear and prejudice that you see in that call is just staggering. So, anyway, that's about it, folks. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe.